Get ready, America, because you're about to see the best of the women of Sweet Swine County. Sweet Swine County's #1 daytime show.
Hi everybody, and welcome to another exciting episode of the Women of Sweet Swine County, where we share what's happening inside and outside Sweet Swine County. And I am so excited today because I have a special guest. Her name is Sandy Crawford. Welcome, Sandy.
Thank you, Prairie Ann. It's great to be here.
How are you today?
I'm great.
And for those of you who don't know Sandy, she is the Regional Distribution Coordinator for Our Story Productions. Wow, Sandy, love the title. But what exactly do you do? Giddy up.
Well, Prairie Ann, I decide what shows that are produced in Sweet Swine County get aired in our viewing area.
Wow, so you watch all the shows that are produced by us? Really?
I do. I watch your show, and I watch the Cocklebone Morning Show, and I watch Split Hoof Tonight.
Oh, Sandy, dear, which one's your favorite?
Well,
You can be honest. You can be honest.
I'd have to say we should get on with the show.
Oh, come on. You don't really watch those other shows, do you? They're so boring.
We should start the show now.
Do you really think so?
I think so.
Okay, I guess it's a good idea. Let's get the show started, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the county of Palo Alto, from West Bend, Iowa, we'd like to welcome Darcie Kramer.
Yay, Darcy. Darcy, we are so excited to have you here today with us. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me.
So, what is the Grotto of the Redemption?
Well, the Grotto of the Redemption is a shrine that was built by a Catholic priest, and it's a compilation of 9 different grottos, and we cover over a city block in size, so we're quite large. And each grotto has scenes from the life of Christ, and all of the grottos are made out of different rocks, minerals, and gemstones from all over the United States and around the world. We have the largest compilation of different rocks and minerals from all over the world in one place. So we're very fortunate.
So when was the grotto built? When was it built in completion so that people could start touring it?
Father Doberstein came to West Bend in 1898. He took that first few years to get the parish going, and they dredged a pond, and so it was 1912 before they started the grotto. But it was 80 years of building. So it was 1990 before the grotto was completed, 1992 in that range.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
So when did, like if it was completed in 1990, obviously there was tours to the grotto before that. When was it originally open to the public?
Well, Father Doberstein didn't give tours. He spent all of his time building. So the tours didn't start until Father Graving came. He came in 1946. But he spent his 8 years with Father Doberstein learning what he needed to do to complete the grotto. And then Father Doberstein passed away in 1954. So that's when Father Graving took over and he started doing the tours.
So it sounds like when you're talking about the building that there weren't that many people involved, or were there a lot of people involved? Was it mostly Father that did all the building to begin with, or did he have help putting the Grotto of the Redemption together?
He had very little help. He had one instrumental helper whose name was Matt Sorrenti, and he was from West Bend. And so he was the instrumental helper with Father Doberstein. He would drive him around because Father Doberstein wouldn't drive. So he drove the wagon, he drove the truck, and they would collect rocks together, and he was by his side the whole time building. Every once in a while, if he had something really heavy he needed to lift, he'd go down to the bar and he'd ask the guys that were down there to come help him. But most of the time, it was just him doing the building.
And I think when you hear that story, I mean, for myself, I've been there a couple times. When you see it, it's just amazing that one person could accomplish that kind of a task.
It is very amazing.
Yeah.
It boggles my mind every day, and I get to see it every day. So, it's such a sight to see. So many different rocks and minerals. People will ask me, how many rocks are there? And I usually say, you start counting and let me know when you're done.
Do you have big groups that come down to visit?
We do. We have all kinds of sizes. We have hourly tours that you can come take just on your own. You don't need to call ahead or plan. You can just show up anytime between 10 a.m. and 5 p.m. is the start of the last tour. We also have groups that will come. And, anywhere from 20 up to, we had a group last Friday of 150.
Wow.
So, yeah,
now,
any
is that
size.
7 days a week?
We do
Darcy,
give,
or is
yes.
it-
Yep.
Okay, so you're open like pretty much almost 24/7, it sounds like, right?
We
7
sure
days
are.
a week.
The grotto is an open structure, so you can come walk around anytime that you'd like. We have brochures that we call our walking tour brochures that you can take and walk through on your own. If you'd like a guided tour, then you would come for those hours from between 10 and 5, Sunday through Sunday, so every day of the week.
Now, is it also, are they also able to use it like for reflection, just to go in there and pray and reflect? And is that also part of, I would think that's part of what the grotto is all about also?
Definitely. Father Doberstein wanted people to become closer to God by seeing the grotto, and he wanted people to feel God, not just to see. And so that, the grotto is a very moving place to be. And we play some very, wonderful music that's played all throughout. So it's definitely an atmosphere when you come. People say they can feel it. So definitely a wonderful place to come and
So
contemplate.
it's a spiritual experience to be there.
Definitely
Absolutely.
it is,
Yep.
yes. The spiritual aspect was definitely first and foremost in Father Doberstein's mind. But, again, the geological aspect was very important to him as well. He wanted it to be a classroom where people could come and see different rocks from all over the world. So it's a wonderful place to do both.
Is there a lot of maintenance to keep it up and running perfectly?
There is a lot of maintenance. We have to spray the rocks every year to keep the algae and the plant life from growing. And, we have rocks that are falling off, and so we're looking at what we need to do to get those replaced. And, of course, our fountains and our water ponds and such that need to be cleaned all the time, and sweeping out the grottos, and the statues have to be cleaned. So there is a lot of work that goes to keeping the grotto up and running.
So now, since we're in the Midwest, and we do have the fierce winters, what happens during the winter season? Is the grotto still open, or is the gift shop just open? How does it work during the winter?
Sure. Our gift shop and our museum are open year-round, and the grotto is also open. We don't give the tours in the winter, but you can still come walk around. We have pathways that we keep open, so there's a limited access, but you're still more than welcome to come walk around. Some people really like to see it with the snow on it. They think it looks even more beautiful.
I bet.
Absolutely. So what type of items do you have in your gift store?
We have all kinds of things for sale. You can find any kind of gifts for, just your general gift shop type things, statues and, little figurines and such. But then we also have specific gifts such as Iowa collectibles and grotto collectibles.
Looks like you've brought a few with you today. Could we see them close
You
up?
bet you can. This would be our Christmas decoration for the grotto, and this was hand painted.
Wow.
So it's
That is
very
beautiful.
beautiful.
Very beautiful, yes.
Yes, and we also have a little snow globe. That's always fun for the kids. And if you brought your children along, you have to pick up one of our coloring books.
Perfect.
All the pages in it were also drawn by a local artist, and so we put that
nice.
together. Definitely. And if you want to learn more about the grotto, then you can pick up our pictorial that has lots of pictures and different information in it about the grotto.
Can I see that?
You sure can. Or the Grotto Father, which is a book all about Father Doberstein and some quirky stories about him when he was at West Bend.
Awesome.
And how long was he at West Bend?
He lived there from 1898 until he passed away in 1954.
Wow.
Wow.
Can we see your t-shirt?
You sure can. And I brought t-shirts for both of you ladies as well.
Oh, excellent. Thank you.
She's so sweet.
And guess what?
The grotto rocks. That is so
Everybody in the
cute.
audience gets a shirt too.
Love that.
Because the grotto rocks, and it's not just another Iowa rock pile.
No, it's not. Darcy, can you tell us about some of the special events that take place at the grotto?
Sure. Well, in September, we have a Trumpeter Swan and Geological Education Day. So you can come hear about our swans and how they came to be in the DNR restoration program, and then take a tour and end it with a presentation from a geologist from the DNR. And in December, we're having a live nativity, so you can come and see the scene of the birth of Christ being reenacted.
What a
And
perfect place for that.
it is,
Yep.
definitely. We'll do that near our Grotto of Bethlehem, of course. And we have a very special event coming up in June of 2012. Father Doberstein started the grotto in 1912, so next year we will be 100 years old.
Wow.
Yes, so we're having a big old party in June, so we'd really like to invite people to come and check us out if they're able to on that weekend. And all of this information about our events is on our website.
What a party that rocks.
Exactly.
Definitely.
So, Darcy, what does it cost to tour the grotto?
We work on Freewill donations, so you can come take a tour and just leave a donation at the grotto. We do suggest about $5 for adults and $2.50 for children. But a majority of what we do at the grotto is working on the donations because Father Doberstein bought most of the rocks on donation, and that was really important to him, that we be open for everybody to be able to come. So we still work on that mission today.
I think that it's just absolutely amazing that something like this is happening in a little town of West Bend.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about West Bend?
Sure. West Bend is a very small town of about 800 people. But we're very blessed because we have so many wonderful different shops and restaurants and things in town, other things for people to do besides just the grotto. So it's definitely a town that you need to come visit.
Well, girls, I hate to even bring this up, but we're out of time for today. Dang it. I hate this when it happens. Darcy, thank you so much for coming and sharing with us about the grotto and all the wonderful things that are happening there and sharing a little bit about West Bend for us.
Thank you. It was my pleasure being on your wonderful show.
And remember, ladies and gentlemen, we share small town stories with big town attitude, for we are the women of Sweet Swine County. Bye-bye for now.